Yeah, so I was saying the other day when I was doing my poll that I wasn't all that enthused about a lot of the books that I got this week. But once I started going through them, once I started reading them, man, I realized that a lot of my books that I got this week are uh, the same but different. Um, I got two Jonathan Marbury books. Um, I've read a couple of his books now. Um, and they're pretty good. V Wars, I've read two of the V Wars books now. He's got two books out, both of which are about 550 pages. And so, I've got about 1,100 pages worth of backstory on what's going on with this V Wars, which makes the comic itself really interesting. In this, you've got about, there's pretty much not an unlimited amount, but there's about 20 to 30 different kinds of vampires. Not all the vampires are, bloodsuckers or whatever. Only about a third of them actually suck blood. Some of them suck essence. Some of them drain salt out of people's bodies. Some are only allowed to kill family members or people that they love. So, I don't know. It's a real interesting concept for a book. This V War story really follows along with one group of people, although they are expanding out to some of the other characters from the books. But it mainly concentrates on a group of soldiers for hire that are at war with the vampires. But the vampires themselves are kind of at war with each other. The art in this book was really good. There's a lot of just really good stuff in this book that I really liked. But the other Marbury book that I was reading is Rotten Ruin. This Rotten Ruin is one of my favorite comics I'm reading right now. The art in this by Tony Vargas is just gorgeous. There is just so much good stuff in this. And, basically it's about a group of kids that were in this zombie fighting town, and they all escaped out, and they've all been trained as samurai because they fought vampires in the zombie pits and such, and so now they're all out for survival. They've got a real good mix of characters. It's a little bit like The Woods as far as the way that the characters and all are. But, this is just a really, really good book. And like I said, this Tony Vargas guy that's drawing this book, I don't know anything else that he's done. I hadn't really looked into it that much. But it is just really good. And also this book, a lot of his books have got a lot of actual backstory. This is from the book Rotten Ruin, which is a book that he did, which I plan on reading. Probably really entertaining. I read Bodies, and I didn't realize that Tula Late, which does Supreme Blue Rose, also does the future art in this book. I didn't really realize that until I saw her name on the cover, and then once I looked at the art, it made perfect sense. This number 4 on Supreme Blue Rose really starts to make this story make a lot more sense as far as what's going on with the whole space-time bridge and who these people are and why they're all being called together. And maybe if I'd read the first Supreme series, I would understand a little bit better. I don't really think so, because this issue pretty much cleared a lot of that stuff up for me. It's a really good issue. Her art is just amazing. Bodies, this story also picked up a lot in this book. I like it a lot better now that I just love Tula Late's art. It's freaking amazing. And I like the way that she does things with a lot of color. There's a lot of shading in the background of this stuff. But Bodies was pretty freaking crazy good this issue. It told us that this long harvest is coming, and I'm not exactly sure what the long harvest is, but you know that we're halfway through the series, and this series just I look forward to every issue of it. And I read Pop, number 3 of 4. I don't really know after reading 3 of 4 on this that how much I really like this series. It's been a pretty good series. You know, the art on it is really good. The story on it is pretty good. I'm not really looking forward to it being over. I'm hoping maybe that they do another mini, because it just seems like they could have ended it after this issue, but they didn't. And you know, they're going to do one more issue, and I don't really know how exactly they're going to finish it up. It seems like they're going to slam on the brakes, maybe leave it open for you know, something else in the future. But you know, I realized, you know, that it's weird to me how books come out in the same week on top of each other. Like you know, Trees comes out the same week as Supreme Blue Rose, so both Warren Ellis's books come out the same week. You know, I got it a week late, so you know I was grouped up on the Tula Lotay stuff. Both of my Jonathan Marbury books come out the same week, which is weird to me. Seems that he would space his work out a little bit more, but doesn't really. I was hoping that I had a little more horror to read, but you know, those were the first books that when I sat down to read stuff that I really started reading behind my number ones, because I pretty much always read my number ones and such first. But you know, I just wanted to kind of talk about that, talk about how awesome that I think Tula Lotay is, how good that Marbury's stories are, in the way that he gives you books prior to the comics, so that the comic are such a small thing and you already understand the world that they're in, so he can just do the action. He doesn't have to build a story, because if you read the books, then the story's already built. You're just seeing pictures and glimpses of a specific part of his world. And you know, so I guess that's about all I got to say about that. I'm going to get off here and try to read some comics before Roundtable comes on tonight. Alright, anyway.